Navina from Johnson's Institute of Technology. This is our case study on deployment of stream control transmission protocol to maintain the applications of data centers. And my teammates are Dominic and Gayatri Devi. We'll have the introduction. The data centers represent the foundations of the internet and computer services, especially e-business service and computing with the high performance. Nowadays, web series development is based on the increased size and the complexity of the processing data. It is clear that the data centers continue to grow with performance requirements, ability requirement, and development requirements. Hence, this remarkable growth in the data centers have motivated number of researchers to improve data transfer. Then, literature survey. Nirupadi Tidigol, Trilochana Kumar, YP. Cloud Service Management through Cloud Control Transmission Protocol. International Journal of Emerging Trends in Engineering and Development. Cloud computing is becoming a major popular technology to store and access the data and programs over the internet instead of computer's hard drive. Cloud computing delivers the computing resources to the user as a service over an internet. It uses wireless services with the user's data, software and computation. So it spread over almost all IT sector and become a rich area of research. Here users have to pay for the application on which they want. We introduce the concept of stream control transmission protocol to provide fast and secure application as a service from the cloud server to the clients which they want. It designed with the features for improved security, such as four-way handshake method to deliver the cloud service to the cloud client to protect unauthorization. And while many business and personal applications are being pushed to the cloud, offering reliable and stackable network connectivity to the cloud, hosted services become an important challenge to face in future networks. In this discussion, we design advanced network protocols, algorithms, and communication strategies to cope up with the evaluation in distributed data center architectures. We propose a user-centric distributed cloud network architecture that is able to 1. Migrate virtual resources between data centers with an optimized service downtime. 2. Offer resilient access to virtual resources. 3. Minimize the cloud access latency. We identified two main decision-making problems. The virtual machine problem, also taking care of user mobility, and the routing locator switching configuration problem, taking care of both extra and intra data center like states. A stream control transmission protocol capable network address translation device is necessary to support the wider deployment of the SCTP protocol. The key issues for an SCTP NAT or SCTP's control chuck multiplexing and multi-homing features. Control chuck multiplexing can expose an SCTP NAT to possible denial of service attacks. These can be mitigated through the use of chunk and parameter processing limits. Multiple and changing IP addresses during an SCTP association mean the SCTP NATs cannot operate in the way conventional UDP or TCP NATs operate. Internet of the present day is robust and reliable with innovative break graphs in the memory capacity and processor speeds both on internet routers and host devices. Connection speed and bandwidth capacity have greatly increased with host devices seen accessing internet at backbone connection speed, all resulting from improved internet communication infrastructure. However, with all the improvements in the communication infrastructure of the internet, the single system of rules that allow two entities to communicate, i.e. TCP or IP protocol, remains unchanged, hence this research work. There is need for an improved internet communicating protocol to make the exotic server service faster and more secure, with speed and security being the most significant need of internets today. This paper proposes the replacement of 4 layers TCP or IP protocol stack of the internet with a more efficient and secure 5 layer SCTP or IP protocol stack. A large number of network services rely on IP and reliable transport protocols for applications that provide abundant data for transmission sensitive for data streams where small packets are sent intermittently. However, applications are occasionally experience extreme latencies, as it not uncommon that such thin streams applications are time dependent and unnecessarily induced delay can have severe consequences for the service provided. Massively multiplayer online games MMOGs are defining example of thin streams. Next topic was problem analysis. Our objective is to introduce internal problems of data centers. Robust transport protocols reduces the problems with some extent. Focusing the problems of data centers, we also examine weakness of a highly deployed standard TCP and evaluate the performance of SCTP in context of faster communication for data centers. We also discover some weakness on the shortcomings of SCTP into data centers and try to propose some ways to avoid them by maintaining SCTP native features. To validate strength and weakness of TCP and SCTP, we use NS2 for simulation in context of data center. On basis of findings, we highlight major strength of SCTP. At the end, we implement finer grained TCP locking mechanism for larger messages. Proposed solution. Multi-streaming. SCTP connection can have multi-streams. Each of them specifies a logical channel. Although the flow and congestion control are still on the basis of each connection, the streams can be exploited for many purposes like giving the higher priority to messages and more. Multi-homing. SCTP connections are defined multiple endpoints on each end of connection that increases level of connection to handle with errors. If primary connection fails, then the sender selects a alternate primary connection for forwarding data until it is restored shown. This is the multi-streaming process of SCTP and multi-homing process of SCTP. Four-way handshaking. One of the promising features of SCTP is to handle the denial of a service attack. It sets up SCTP connection including 4 messages, four-way handshaking, and avoiding propagation of any message at the endpoint until it has ensured that the other end is interested in setting up connection. Flexibility in order delivery of packets causes the reduction of latency. Thus, each SCTP stream provides well organized in order delivery. Now, evaluation of data centers and wide area network environments. When we compare between data centers and WAN environments, we find many differences. However, we focus on internal side of data center and how to multiply clusters of connection. Some of these differences as follows. Data centers have completely different requirements from the requirements of general WAN. The flow of data centers adapts automatically with the environment and provides the highest throughput in highly congested network. Also, the follow is fair with the other competing flows. Data centers require higher levels of robustness, availability, flexibility in ordering. Data centers as compared to WAN has the characteristic of communication that includes less variable round trip times, high data rates, higher installing capacity, less congestion and very low latency requirement. Data centers have architectural protocol. This is altogether different from architectural protocol of WAN. By examining the protocols of data centers such as Myrinet or IBA, we observe the improved throughput is less important than the overhead of a protocol processing. In addition, the communication latency must be a low and most significant for protocol architecture. Data centers work with CPU utilization for a given throughput, but WAN environments don't give interest to CPU utilization. Data centers demand the higher levels of robustness and availability, so that requirements of robustness increase the certain speed. This is the picture of data center for processing data communication. The next topic was methodology. CPU utilization. SCTP sends SCTP. Send is 3.7x processing intensive as compared with TCP. Its send is in terms of CPU. Average CPU cycles per instruction. The CPU numbers focus on the nature side of the inefficiency. We found overall CPI is only 68% since SCTP works on executing 3.7x instruction, and that is simpler and has better coaching behavior. This is like the instructions of TCP protocol. Path, length or number of instructions per transfer, PL. The PL number focuses on the nature side of inefficiency. Number of Chache misses per instruction in the highest level Chache MPI, and multi-streaming features of SCTP versus TCP was
the default settings of TCP and the SCTP. We look over the scenario of the single NIC with 4 associations or 4 connections based on the streams of the single association or connection can't be split over multiplicity NIC. We have changed the transmission signs from the 12 kb down to the 2.56 kb for avoiding the single NIC. In addition, we also use the configuration of the dual process DP for making the so that the CPU does not become the problem of the bottleneck. The expected result of TCP and the SCTP on the default setting. The following results are the most correct for both the sending and the receiving. In addition, these results are based on the streams or at the same weight like association or connection, as well as the streams that aren't able to make the CPU arise to 100% of utilization. The results are as the following. The arriving rate of the SCTP is higher, so that the success of the STP must be removed where simultaneous processing of 2 streams initiated. Otherwise, it causes a serious problem, and that is considered as a fundamental shortcoming for the future of streamer. The problem of implementation is that the function of sending of LK to LK of SCTP, which opens the short socket of time. Message is also received by the IP layer and logs the socket at the beginning of the function. According to the given stream, shortcomings are created in the side of protocol specification and the side of implementation. Performance evolution enhancements of SCTP. In that, we show that the performance improves from enhancement as well as the compare the parts of SCTP with TCP, which makes the enhancements are difficult. Therefore, we show that the implementation of LK-SCTP based on the viewpoint efficiency and specify the some part for performance and enhancement. Next, on the LK-SCC approach, LK-SCTP to chunking and chunk bundling, and it is the following: the message which is specific for the user message contains the list of chunks that depends on the approach of LK-SCTP, which maintains 3 data structure to manage its chunk. Next, on the first structure is free only when all chunks which belong to it are an acknowledgement of the remote endpoint. The 2 other data structures which are specified and freed by LK-SCTP manage is as the following. The first structure contains the actual chunk buffers and the chunk header. The second structure contains point to the chunk buffer and some different data. The following is a flowchart of it. Next topic is about resources and techniques. Network simulators. NS2 is a software used to show the network flow to the user. It is a simulator that describes the route or the path taken by the package in a network. The following is the same sample problem with a solution to help explain the NS2 simulation. In that network simulation is the one of the type of simulation which is used to simulate networks such as MANTs and UANETs etc. It provides some simulation for routing and the multicast protocols for the both router and wireless network. NS is licensed for the use under version 2 of General Public License and is popularly known as NS2. It is an object-oriented discrete event-driven simulator written in C++ or Dell. NS2 can be used to implement the network protocols such as the TCP and UDP, traffic source behavior such as the FTP, Tenor, Web, UBR, router queue management mechanisms such as drop trail, RAID and CPQ, routing algorithm and many more. In NSS2, C++ is used for detailed protocol implementation and OTL is used for the setup. The compiled C++ objects are made available to the OTL interpreter, and this way the ready-made C++ object or controller for the OTL level. The above questions are below all the. Now we are going to see about the solution of this problems. Performance impact of optimization over TCP and SCTP. SCTP should be provide best performance that TCP. The below diagram is a compass between the SCTP CPU utilization and TCP with and without optimization with 12 kb data transmission. This is a graph about the average CPU utilization for 12-bit transfers. This graph is about the through the scaling with multiple connection. In this, the CPU with 3 simultaneous connection becomes the problem of the bottleneck for the both TCP and STP. Thus, the scaling from 2 to 4 connection is bad and poor for TCP and STP protocol. It shows that SCTP throughput for the small packet, which are around 128 kb. The performance with this packet depends on the receiving the window size and the no delay option. We found that the result are shown in this below graph. This graph is about throughout the comparison with 128 bytes package. Next is about the evaluations of SAC and ACK in data centers over TCP and SCTP. The comparisons are depending on the attraction of SACs and which is reported for individual gaps, whereas the missing packets are retransmitter. The SACK structure is designed for orbiting list of gaps and only leads to overhead. If SACs are sensed for the every 2 packets, it will report at most 2 gaps and usually no more than 1 gap. Also within the data enter environment or reduced SAC frequency is an obvious optimization of data centers, and the gap reporting is else and the single gap will appear very rarely. Most significant point in the SACs are indivisible in data enter. In the A, we observe there is no need to use any buffers to keep acknowledgement data on receiving side without SACs. It can be very cost savings at high data rates. Round trip times within the data center is small and the extra retransmission is done if SACs are not used. That is the more beneficial. This graph is about the throughout comparison with packet loss. Maximum throughput is in with 12 kb of the message size for SCTP. It also set with both options, the SAC and the emulated GPN option. Therefore, we observe that the CPU utilization for SAC and the GPN options are not reported and are almost identical across the board. Thus, the comparison of the direct throughput is connected and describes and reflects the difference between the two cases. We observe that is exported as follows. Throughput of TCP and STP is identical at low data rates. Global business network outperforms SAC at the immediate drop rates. For example, at 2.5% of drop rate, GPN provides the 25% better throughout the stack. This graph is about packet loss versus throughput of GPN and the stack. Next, the topic is about the validation. The compliances with societal, health, safety, legal, and cultural issues, compatibility with the environment and sustainability. We focus on internal side of data center and how to multiply luster of connection. Some of these difference are following. Data centers have completely different requirements for the requirements of general WAN. The flow of data centers adapts automatically with the environment and provides the highest throughput in the highly encrypted network. Also, the flow in that with the completely follows. Data enters record the higher levels of availability, flexibility in ordering. Data enters as compared to WAN has the characteristics of communication that includes less variable around trip times, higher data rates, higher instanting capacity, less constanting, and very low latency requirement. Data enters centers have architectural protocol that is although together different from the architecture protocol of WAN. The data centers work with CPU utilization for given throughput, but WAN environment don't give interest to CPU utilizations. Comparisons with professional ethics. Now, the conclusion about this topic is we have comprehensively studied the futures of SCTP from the data center point of view. We discussed the fundamental difference between the WAN and the data center environment. Several issues of SCTP are discussed according to data center environment, including two sides of implementation and protocols. In the constant, we have represent the research with a new direction that is completely impressive. We have observed major changes on the protocol side, including redesigning of the streaming feature to maximum identification and provide a simple environment acknowledgement produced with the stack optional. We have reduced the number of M2M copies and the stack overhead and simplify the chunking data structure and TCP structures. We finally have implemented a TCP looking mechanism for larger messages. In future, we will implement applications will synchronize window flow control and utilize topology information within a data center to improve the multiple home associations. That's all. Thank you.